I've met my wife through this game.
That's the thing that's most special to me about Destiny is the people that I've met along the way.
It's a place that is about as valid for social interaction as just about anywhere else.
May this time be a moment of reflection, remembering what came before, reassessing our present, and readying ourselves for the future. The traveler has nestled above the last city once again.
I am Datto. My channel name is Datto Does Destiny. I have been covering Destiny for pretty much its entire life, going back to almost a year before the game, longer than a year before the game even came out in the first place.
I suppose you best know me as Byf. I cover things to do with Destiny. I've been doing so for about 12 years.
I go by LlamaD2 online. I cover Destiny 2 content. I've been doing so for the past 3 years. It's been a hell of a journey, really.
What does Destiny mean to you? You know, a lot of people will have heard of the name of the game, maybe played it a little bit, but for someone such as yourself, what does it mean?
You know, Destiny really means pretty much everything to me. It's been my entire professional adult life. You know, 3 years out of college, I've been doing this that entire time. All of the friends that I've met post college, I've met my wife through this game. Hi, Danielle. Literally, it's given me a life that I never thought I would ever have. It's quite literally all I've known for. It's literally a third of my life, and so it's. I literally don't know where I would be if this game had not come along.
Well, for a lot of people, it's just the sense of community that you get from the game, really, because there's so many, places in the game where you can get together with either 3 or even 6 people at a time and, play an activity for an hour or something like that. And, if you do it for long enough, you may end up finding a permanent group of friends who you take, beyond the game, outside of the game. It's actually what's happened with me. But so, yeah, that's the thing that's most special to me about Destiny is the people that I've met along the way and the places where I've been able to go as a result of it. So more than just a game.
If there is a game that is truly special, as I think players will say Destiny is and was for a very long time, you'll basically get to the point where it's not really a game anymore, and it's what you might call a third place or a third space. Essentially, that's like saying it's like going down to the pub. Relationships form within Destiny, and those can be anything from meaningful friendships all the way to actual full-on relationships like how I met my wife. So it's just an interesting thing because, yeah, it is a video game, but it's also a space within which people can meet. It's a place that is about as valid for social interaction as just about anywhere else.
In which case, talk me through your emotions then when this news of the final update came out.
I thought I was kind of ready because over the past few months, things were slow, and you kind of had this like irking feeling that like, oh, maybe they might shut it down. Like, oh, I'll be ready. Like, it makes sense if they did because things are not great right now. And none of that actually prepares you for the real news actually staring you in the face. So it was a very emotional day for sure for me, and obviously many, many others. Just being like, oh, they actually are stopping development. That's crazy. But there was also, at least for me, a little bit of relief in just knowing what the path forward is, even if it is the path, there is no more path. It's just, here's the end of the road. And being able to make more informed decisions about my future and about what content is going to look like on my channels going forward or over the short term or the medium term, whatever.
I just think it's so massive. Like, it's the series itself has been going on for 10 years, since 2014. And, because it's garnered such a huge following over time, it's like it's affected, even if somebody stopped playing the game 5 years ago, they might have been really into it when they were still playing it. So whenever they hear this news, they'll be like, oh, I remember that Destiny game. I remember how much fun I had on it. And they're probably just, equally as upset that it shut down, even for people that haven't played in such a long time. Because I really do think it is massive. I can't pull any statistics or anything, but I think just definitely one of the biggest games of the past 10 years. And, now that it's shutting down. So
for me personally, it was a little bit devastating because I think I clarify myself, and I classify myself rather as one of the true believers in the IP. I genuinely do think that it's a fantastic world and that it's a place worthy of existing for the sake of being a place where people can belong. Losing a space like that hurts.
What do you think you'll do for the future of your channel? Because, everyone knows you for Destiny.
Yeah, the future of my channel is, I'm going to cover this update like I would any other update until I feel like I've done everything that I wanted to do. And then I'm probably going to say some goodbyes on that channel. And, it'll go idle for a while. I do still plan on, posting a video every now and then of, maybe just me and the buds hopping on the game every once in a while and just having some fun. But I've started up a couple of other projects that I've been working on for the past few months, if not multiple years, for a different channel. And so a lot of my attention is going to go over there. I'm not leaving content creation at all. I'm still going to be around, but kind of just want to leave that channel as it is, as an archive where, people can still go back and watch some videos that are going to be relevant now for forever, as opposed to it, being only relevant for 3 months and then that thing's not in the game anymore. So yeah, that's what I plan on doing, at least as of right now. Things might change, but as of right now, I think it's just going to sit as a monument to my life's work.
The rough plan at the moment, yes, is to continue covering the game, to continue streaming it, to continue making as many videos as I can with this time that we have with the final update, because I think it will probably last a good month at least for like the majority of people who are returning. After that, we'll still cover it like maybe an extended 2 or 3 months or something, but mostly still working through where to go after that, because there isn't really other games that are sort of like Destiny. There's not really a direct replacement, which is, part of the reason why people are upset about the announcement is because, well, obviously, number one, they didn't announce a sequel, but number two is because, where do we go next? There are similar games, but there's none really that capture the same feeling that Destiny does.
The reality is that for most content creators of sufficient size, myself included, I've got over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. The answer is now that for a little bit, we're going to wander and we're going to figure out what our audience really wants from us. And ultimately, that means we're going to have to settle in other places. I know that it's going to be tough, but there are lots of properties I can cover. There are lots of IPs. I do worry about the rest of my cohort, though, because there are people who do not have the same kind of follower count that I do and who are not well-established content creators who've been doing this for over a decade, who essentially were able to make a living and get by doing all of this. And now they're in a lot more trouble because this is no longer a possibility that they have on the table. And I think it should be pretty self-explanatory that the job market now is not exactly a forgiving place, even if you are looking for a job every day, even if that is your weekly struggle, is just trying to get off benefits or government assistance. It's tough. So yeah, I'll be fine, but I worry about my cohort. I worry about my peers.
Again, like I always had the feeling that things would come to an end at some point, or like I would exit at some point before the end. But there's like a little bit of solace knowing that like I didn't have to make the call to be like, oh, you know what, it's time for me to step away and pursue some other projects. Thinking about like the what ifs, like, should I have stuck around? Should I have kept doing this? Do this? Now that the decision's kind of made for me, it's like there's not much else I could have done. It's they wanted to call it quits, and I said, okay, I will try to adapt. So